The scandal has shaken the Duggar family to its core, and this will hopefully be the one to bring Jim Bob's media empire to an end. But as the walls of the patriarch's carefully constructed castle come tumbling down, there's one Duggar daughter who's not the least bit concerned about the destruction. In fact, she's probably enjoying the sight as much as the rest of us. She has been living a life free of Jim Bob's interference for over 2 years now. As the rest of her family scrambles to pick up the pieces, Jill is sitting pretty. This is the first major Duggar scandal since she left her dumpster fire of a family in the rearview, and we're sure not having to make excuses for her horrible family members is a very refreshing change of pace. So what is Jill doing with all her free time? At least, now that she's no longer forced to carry water for Jim Bob 7 days a week? Well, it seems that she's contributing to her father's misery. Jill is doing this by showing off the latest summer fashions. That's right, swimwear. Jill's getting an early start to her hot girl summer, but it's the first time that she's done so since what is essentially her abuser's downfall. Did Josh and Jim Bob and their inability to keep her from living the kind of life she wants to live enter Jill's mind as she was modeling? Part of us hopes so, but another part hopes those monsters were far from her mind. It's fun to imagine that Jill is doing this as a massive middle finger to the men who held her down for so long. But it's even more satisfying to think that she doesn't concern herself with those morons, and she's modeling entirely for herself. And for the paycheck, of course. Yes, Jill's swimwear is a bit tame by 2021 standards. But she's still an evangelical. She has touched upon her nuanced approach to this subject in the past. Jill has stated in the past that while her views regarding modest attire are not as strict as her parents', she still prides herself on modeling looks that can be enjoyed by people who share her family's religious convictions. And it's important to bear in mind that these pics are downright racy by Jim Bob's standards. Jill and her husband, Derek Dillard, are no longer on the family payroll, but it seems that they're doing just fine on their own. In addition to Jill's modeling and sponsored content deals, Derek recently graduated from law school. It's hard to believe that exactly 10 years ago today I graduated from a School of Accounting, he tweeted last week. Derek continued, and tomorrow I will graduate from the School of Law, #Cowboys #Accounting number 2011 #Razorbacks #Law number 2021, he tagged his caption. Steaming Derek's grad stuff for this weekend, it's getting real. Jill captioned a photo of the couple. So we guess the Dillards are living proof that it's possible to carve a new path for yourself after leaving the Duggar cult. Of course, the abuse that Jill was forced to endure to get where she is now is almost horrible to contemplate. We would not wish a childhood under the Duggar roof upon our worst enemies. Even though Jill is still in many ways far outside of the mainstream, at least she is closer to freedom than most of her family. Still, she will likely take many years, perhaps a lifetime, to recover from the ordeal of her upbringing.